Hello everyone, my name is Richie and welcome back to another video. Today join me for another leg of the journey across the UK from Penzance up to Scotland. Today you join me on the Birmingham Cross City route and we're going to take this wonderful Class 323 from here at Birmingham New Street up to Lichfield Trent Valley. So if you didn't know, the ambassadors have got together and we're doing a compilation of videos that showcase the whole of the UK from Penzance all the way up to Inverness. And I'm taking control of the Birmingham section because why not? I'm a Brummie and I might as well. So yeah, we're pretty much ready to go. I've took control of this 323 here at New Street and we're just going to get going. So sit back and enjoy the journey. Let's go. Let's get back in the cab and let's get ready to go. So we can lock the doors because we are pretty much any second we can start going. Wait for it. Cool. Let's turn some safety systems on because we can. Let's do that. Lovely stuff. Excellent. Right, let's go. Aston in 2.2 miles time. Let's go. So today we're going to be calling at Aston, Gravelly Hill, Erdington, Chester Road, Wild Green, Sutton Coldfield, Four Oaks, Butler's Lane, Blake Street, Shenstone, Lichfield City and Lichfield Trent Valley. So should be around a 45-minute long video today, and hopefully there should be no issues where we have to do any silly cuts or anything like that, because, you know, I'm trying to do these videos sort of seamless so that you can kind of get an idea of like what the journey would actually be like in real time. Obviously, if you've not followed the journey so far, I would highly recommend you go from the very beginning down at Penzance and watch all the way through. There's a good like 14 hours worth of footage from all of the ambassadors, so I really highly recommend you go and watch it. So yeah, these videos are sort of like trying to be kind of seamless. You know, we are taking control of different rolling stock along different routes, along both Train Sim World and Train Sim Classic. So yeah, I highly recommend you watch the journey so far. And if you've been watching it, how you finding it? Have you ever done this journey in real life, Penzance up to Inverness? I can imagine it would be one, quite expensive, and two, long, very long. Anyway, we are emerging out the tunnel underneath Birmingham city centre, so let that 323 go off there. And this is the Birmingham skyline. It's not much of a skyline, but it's a skyline nonetheless. You've got the rotunda there, the Bull Ring Rotunda, which is very famous, and that's the Selfridges building there. And you've also got Moore Street, where you'd see the Chiltern Main Line stuff and all that sort of good stuff there. Let's get going. We are going past the HS2 works on the left-hand side here too. You know, in about 10 years' time, there'll be a great big viaduct going along here into Curzon Street. As you can see, the old Curzon Streets there. Look, the old station building. Plenty of stuff going on here. Right, we're up to 30. We can get up to 50 momentarily, and then we need to make sure to pay attention to what we're doing because we start going downhill. Obviously, if you're new here and you've come from any of the other ambassadors, my name is Richie, and pretty much I like to cause chaos on Train Sim World. I'm very much like, I don't know, I just attract chaos and carnage. I always seem to mess things up, so I like to have a bit of fun with it. But yeah, I'm obviously a Brummie, so I thought I'd take control of the Birmingham section because I know the route really well. And this is one of them sorts of things where with this game, like, if you've got your local route, it's definitely like a make or break situation where, like, because I know this route and I grew up on it and I know it so well, there's so many different bits along this route that I'm just like, I remember that from when I grew up there. I don't live there anymore, I live up north, but about 10 years ago, you know, I recognise a lot of different parts of the route. You know, the sort of commute between New Street and Chester Road was the main one I did, so that is just all, you know, absolutely incredible to relive virtually. We've got Duddeston coming up here, so we can get up to 62, not 62, we can get up to 60, 2. Here's Duddeston. Let's get a little flyby shot through Duddeston here. Plenty of people wearing red. Is it a Butlins day out today? Look at this. There's loads of people wearing red today. Christ. Right, let's slow down. In fact, no, we can get up to 70. Well, we're a mile away from Aston, so I need to make sure to accept the AWS there. So we need to slow down any moment now. We need to get down to 45 in a second, so we'll put some minimum brakes in. Brake 1 should be absolutely fine. Nice gentle stop into Aston. Nice. I need to keep listening out for the AWS. There you go. There it is again. Right, and gently does it. We can take the brakes off now because we're down to 42. That's all good. That's all good. So, a fun little fact about Aston is that if you're a football fan, it does say on the Aston station plaques for Villa Park, but the actual Villa Park is served by Whitton, which is the next station along the Chase line. So if you was to head north out of Aston Station, you'd go along the Chase line, which goes up towards Rugeley Trent Valley, and then the first station along that is Whitton, which is pretty much right next to the stadium. But for some reason, the station signage wants you to, get to the stadium from here, which is like that in real life. I don't know why it's like that in real life, but I'm guessing because obviously Aston and Aston Villa Football Ground, the correlation's got to be there. So if Whitton had it, everyone would be like, what? Anyway, talking of which, here's Aston. Let's slow right down here. This is incredibly, familiar for me. Like, the little waiting shelter there, it's so beautifully modelled. Like, when this route came out, I was proper blown away by it, and I still am, because it's like, I always wanted this route, and whenever people were like making suggestions on the forums and whatever else, I was like, this is the route I want to see in Train Sim World. And once it came out, I was over the moon with it. I really was. And it's just spot on. It really is. It's proper, like, it boosted my love for the game. Anyway, here's Aston, so we can go in pretty much any second now. So let's people get on here at Aston. How's everyone doing? Anyone getting on? Are you lot getting on? No? You lot are waiting for a different train, I'm guessing. Yeah, I'll show you the station plaques here. They say for Villa Park, when in actual fact, if you go north that way, that's where you get to Aston Villa Football Ground. Alright, let's lock the doors, and then we'll do a little departure, an external departure down here. Right then, let's go. Full beans, let's do it. Full beans, but we've got to get down to 20, so we'll have to slow down a minute. So 1.1 miles to Gravelly Hill, let's go. There goes the 323. What service are we today? We are Sutton Coldfield. Ah, there we go. So we're the Sutton Coldfield train we're going to be going through Sutton Coldfield. So yeah, that way is the Chase line. You can't actually get down there anywhere, but I would love to see the Chase line in the game. How cool would that be? You'd have the 350s. Obviously, you'd probably see the odd 323. It'd be a good bit of fun. It really would. Here's another 323 coming around the corner here. And this is the start of the Spaghetti Junction, which is one of the most daunting junctions you'll ever experience in the UK. It's just a mess. It genuinely looks like someone has just chucked a load of spaghetti on the floor. It's just chaos. And I really don't envy the person that's had to build it, because it's just chaos. This is actually the Aston Expressway here, the A38, which leads on to the M6 Junction 6, and we go underneath it. It's brilliant because you've got the M6, you've got the junction, you've got the you've got the railway line. It's just all so much going on in such a small little space. Here you go, look. Here it is. It's just absolutely chaos. Absolutely chaotic. You can get up to 45 here too. Look at the state of this. There's just, honestly, Spaghetti Junction, if you've not done it, it's an experience. It definitely is an experience. That's the actual M6 there. So that's the bit you stay on. You don't have to bother with the junction there, but there's so many different slip roads and all sorts going on. So you need to have your wits about you if you're a driver going across the Spaghetti Junction. We're at 1.1% uphill. We need to get up to 45, and we are just around the corner from Gravelly Hill. Lovely stuff. Right then. Let's make sure to get here all good. It's a nice spring's morning. I say spring morning. It's almost midday, and it's nice. I've picked a nice little service here. It's nice, and I like spring, so it's just a nice atmosphere, isn't it? Let's slow down for Gravelly Hill. Couple of bits of brakes in there. Brake 2, that should be fine. Right, there we go. Let's get some brakes in here for Gravelly Hill. Lovely stuff. Right to the end of the platform. Keep going. Come on, keep going. Keep going. That'll do. That'll do. That'll do for Gravelly Hill. Let's stop there. Yes, this is Gravelly Hill. Lovely stuff. Right, let's have a little look for our friend Ghost. Is he up here somewhere? There's Ghost. Look at him. Ah, and we've also got Hunslet the Bear in his little high-vis jacket. Excellent. Right, we can go. We can go straight away, which is good. Thick and fast now, because Erdington, Chester Road and Wild Green are so close together. So, let's lock the doors and get ready to go. Full beans, uphill, bit of hill start as well. Nice. Erdington is next in 1.1 miles time. Off we go. I do like the sound of the 323. It's a nice little sound, isn't it? Cool. Off we go. Off we go to Erdington. Which the route starts getting a bit more familiar for me around Erdington. I know it very well. Chester Road obviously was my home station, and then Wild Green is, I sort of know it, but the further north you go, the less I know it. I never really went to Lichfield that often. I know of Lichfield and obviously like Shenstone and whatever else, but I mainly commuted between New Street and I think went as far north as like Four Oaks. Right, and let's get ready to slow down here at Erdington. We are still going uphill, so that's fine. Erdington's like, it kind of just appears at your last minute because it's sort of like a little bit of a curve as you approach the station, so you need to keep your eye out. Same with Chester Road, that's on a curve. That's a fun station. You can definitely feel we're in the suburbs of Birmingham here, can't you? Here we go, here's Erdington, so let's get some break one in there. There's quite a cool little feature at Erdington. The bridge, it's got like loads of signage on it, which is quite cool. It's like pretty much carbon copy to what it is in real life. Right, then here's Erdington Station. Cool, we're going to have a good stop here, I think. We're going to manage this absolutely perfectly. There we go. I can see another 323 arriving in there. So if you time it right, 323s usually arrive at the same time into Erdington. We're a little bit early, so it's all good. Look at that for a stop. Look at that. That was fantastic. That was a brilliant little stop there. And there's that 323 coming in there. Lovely stuff. Right, so this is Erdington Station. Quite a cool little feature is down here, the bridge I was on about. It's like an exact carbon copy. I know it's only station signage, but it's absolutely spectacular. It really is. We've got plenty of people coming underneath here as well. Hello, everyone. A couple of suitcases and stuff, yeah? Nice. Right then. We can get ready to go as the other 323 comes in there. Where's that going to? Where are you off to? You're going to Bromsgrove. Nice. Okay, cool. So you're going the full way, all the way down to the newest station on the Cross City. Let's get the doors locked and let's get ready to go. Right then, let's go. Full beans, full beans. Chester Road is next in 0.6 miles time. Here we go. We're uphill again. 0.9% uphill. Lovely stuff. Let's go. So, as we approach Chester Road, all the stuff on the right hand side is where I grew up. So, this bit is incredibly familiar to me. In fact, we'll go outside because I'll do a little as the train goes along. So, obviously, we've got. Maybe if I just do, that's a bit easier, isn't it? So all these houses that you can see on the right hand side, these are all new. These are all built these have all been built since I lived there. But the tower blocks you can see in the distance there, that's where I grew up. Yeah, nice. This all used to be a big like field, and a lot of it used to be quite run down. So they've completely regenerated it around here. So, you know, it's nice that they've done something with what was there, because before, and like I say, there wasn't really much going for it. So they've completely revamped the estate. Here's Chester Road Station. Many times I've come into this station. I think the last time I was here was like 2019. I need to pay it a revisit at some point. Slow down here. Cool. And here's Chester Road. Lovely stuff. Rightio, yes. So I've got so many memories of getting off here and then going through this. It's interesting. It was always interesting getting off at Chester Road because obviously you've got the canopy and you've got like a random it's whatever this is, iron or steel or whatever you call it, and they've just cut out a piece of it for you to go down the hill here. But yeah, it's so cool coming down here and then obviously crossing underneath the road. And then I used to walk up there towards my my flats, which were just behind there. That used to be a dentist. If you head down there, there's like if you go down the road, wherever it's gone, over there, there's like a crossroad with like a McDonald's, there's a doctor's, there's all sorts of stuff going on. We can lock the doors here as well. And then if you head that way, you head towards the likes of like New Oscott and King Standing and all that sort of good stuff over there. Let's go. Wild Green is next in 0.7 miles time. Let's do it. I'll get a nice little departing shot from here. Nice. It was a really nice place to train spot here, just because of the way the line curves round. So when I grew up there, you would sometimes see cross-country 170s going along this section of the line. You'd sometimes see Voyagers as well, because it was kind of like an alternative route, I think, from Derby. So obviously, if you go along this route, the track just keeps going, and I think that connects up at Burton-on-Trent. So I think they used to bypass this line sometimes. I don't know if they still do, so if you know that, let me know in the comments. Here's Wild Green, so let's get slowed down for Wild Green. Because it's on a straight, you sort of like, it hits you last minute, so I'm prone to overshooting at Wild Green. But let's focus on slowing down, shall we? What I quite like is as we go along, you'll see plenty of 323s. Like we've seen 2 or 3 already as we've been along. So the service pattern is something like 6 trains per hour, something like that. A train every 10 minutes easily. So, you know, in the core section, like Four Oaks to, let's say, Longbridge, you'll see loads of AI. Let's stop there. There's loads of red jackets. It proper is a Butlins day out today. Let's stop there. Decent stop. So this is Wild Green. Again, I vaguely remember Wild Green. My school was like over there somewhere, but I didn't commute to it. Obviously, I walked to it. So yeah, this is Wild Green. Very nice round here. Very nice. I think this is Green Lanes or something like that. Something they call it. Nice little station. Very similar to Chester Road and Erdington. Obviously got these little canopy things here. Like I said, the iron or steel or whatever they've built it out of. Obviously you can just see it's all the same sort of architecture. Let's have a little look there. There's nothing that's saying it's for anything. Because there's not really, like I said, there's not really anything here. It's just more suburb is Wild Green. Erdington's quite significant. So is Sutton Coldfield. Because obviously Erdington, you've got the high street. Sutton Coldfield, it's sort of like a, what do you call it? It's like a key area. They call it the Royal Town. It's a town in itself. It's got quite a bit of stuff there. It's got like an entertainment complex and whatever else. There's the high street and all that sort of good stuff. Right, we can pretty much go. So our next stop, like I just said, is Sutton Coldfield. So let's go. I like the horn. I like the horn on the 323. It's nice. It's a shame because the 323s don't run on this line anymore. We are 1.3 miles out of Sutton Coldfield. Off we go. Off we go. What I quite like about this route, it's like a very metro style route, which is my sort of style of gameplay anyway. So if you like your overground route, you'll like this one. You definitely will. Right then, we're up to 60 mile an hour. Go. Very nice. The sights of Birmingham. Once we get north of Four Oaks, it'll start getting a bit more rural. Right, we need to get down to 35 just as we approach into Sutton Coldfield so we can take off the beans there. Cool. Pay attention to the AWS. Not that we're going to have anything ahead of us. Right then, let's slow down. So it's very start-stop. If you don't like your start-stop route, you won't enjoy it. But if you do, honestly, an hour of start-stop in, like metro-style running, perfect for me. Perfect. We've got another 323 coming this way. Yeah, like I was saying, it's a shame that the 323s aren't running on this line anymore. They've all been replaced by 730s. Here we go. There's Sutton Coldfield over there. So we've slowed down a little bit too eagerly there, but we can just have a nice little roll, nice little saunter into Sutton Coldfield. It's all nice round here. I think that's a school. That's a school of some kind. You can see as well there's like a little ring road. So the actual sort of like, what do you call it? It's the town centre for Sutton Coldfield is just through there. Like I said, there's all sorts going on down there. In fact, you can kind of see it from here. Yeah, there's all sorts going on. Plenty of stuff going on down there. Let's stop here for Sutton Coldfield Station. There we go. That's a good stop. Solid stop. Excellent. Cool. Let's stop there and let's unlock the doors. Lovely jubbly. Come on, everyone. Get on at Sutton Coldfield. We've got a bull there that we can go and collect. Let's do it. Let's go and get that bull. Let's put that into neutral. Let's do this properly. Put that into neutral. Let's get it. Lovely. Flower bed. Excellent. Keeping it all nice and scenic and flowery and such. Cool. Right, we've got 30 seconds before we can go. Excellent stuff. Right then, so about 20 seconds before we can go, let me lock the doors. Cool. Excellent stuff. What are you wearing? Got some nice green shoes. Rogue choice. Not quite like the green wellies we saw on the West Coast Main Line South, but an interesting choice nonetheless. A bit more of a subtle green, that's all good. Right then, off we go. Off we go. We're not going. Why are we not going? Ah, because I've turned it off. That won't do us any favours. Let's go. I've put it into neutral, and I was meant to put it to forwards, and I was like, oh, what have I done? I put it into off. Silly sod. Off we go. 4 Oaks in 1.1 miles time. Up to 35 as we go around this curve. And how much further have we got to go? So we've got Butler's Lane, got Blake Street, Shenstone, Lichfield City, and then Lichfield Trent Valley. Lovely stuff. We can get up to 45 here too. Let's do it. Up to 45 mile an hour. And we're going 1% uphill. It's all very much uphill as you leave Birmingham. That's one thing I've not noticed. I've obviously noticed as we go up Gravelly Hill, I know that's an uphill gradient, but I've not noticed it here before. Got a little playground football, what do you call it, a little football field there. Cool. You won't catch me playing any football. I ain't got the stamina for it. Cool little fact about 4 Oaks is that I used to have a friend that lived right next to the station at 4 Oaks, and we obviously his sort of flat, let's say, overlooked the rail line, and I used to love watching the trains going up and down all the time. Obviously, like I say, they're quite frequent, so you'd be able to sit there for a good hour and see all sorts of stuff going on. Right, we're approaching 4 Oaks. Lovely stuff. Lovely stuff. It's really quite nice because it's like you can feel that you're in the suburbs now, and you can see that it's kind of getting a bit more rural. Like I say, pretty much north of 4 Oaks, it's just like it's the northern edge of like the northern extent of Birmingham. So there's not too many suburbs. There's a few bits and bobs, as we've got the 323 here. There's a few bits and bobs, a few estates, a few little villages and whatever else. But like I say, literally, you've got Sutton, and then you've got a couple of fields, and then obviously you've got Lichfield and whatever else. Which is like another little city. Let's slow down here for 4 Oaks. So a lot of services terminate here at 4 Oaks. You go into there. Slow right down. Cool. We can keep going. Sounds like a Black 5. There you go. Is that a steam train? Cool. Let's stop there. Oh, we're a little bit late. We're 15 seconds delayed. That's all. It's okay. It's all right. It's all right. Let's unlock the doors. Cool. Couple of more red jackets over here. Rogue choice red jackets. I won't lie to you. There's a little cat over here that I spotted the other day. Look at this geezer here. Look at him. What's he called? Levi. Hello, Levi. How you doing? Oh, look at him. Look at his face. Lovely little sweetheart. Right. We can go. So let's do it. And off we go. Let's go to Butler's Lane. Cool. A mile to go. So it's Butler's Lane and Blake Street, and then pretty much between Blake Street and Shenstone, full beans all the way. Up to 55 mile an hour too. Cool. And then we're up to 60. Excellent. So we can proper stretch the legs of the 323 very soon. What do you lot think of this route? What would you rate this route out of 10? Let me know. And if we was to see another West Midlands route, what route would you want to see? I personally would like to see the Chase line. Or maybe the line up to Shrewsbury, like the Birmingham to Shrewsbury Railway via Telford. I think that'd be a really nice addition. Just because you'd have the 158s, the Transport for Wales 158, you'd obviously have the 350s, the Pendolinos. The only thing we'd be missing is the 172? I always get confused with a 170 and a 172. 172s are like, there's variants of them, isn't there? So you got the 172, which is like a turbo star, and then you got the 172 that looks like an electro star. Where's Butler's Lane? There it is. I can see it. I can see it. Let's slow down. Got another little football ground there. Here we go. Here's Butler's Lane. So put a bit more brakes in there. Approaching at 30 mile an hour. Not a problem. Not a problem. And there we go. 30 yards, 20 yards, 10 yards. Oh, bang on. Look at that. Look at that. Couldn't have been any more perfect if I tried. So, anything here? No. So obviously these orange bits usually have something significant. I think, obviously, you've got Villa Park. There's some other ones as well. Let's have a little fly down here. Got cool little ticket machines. It's been incredibly well modelled. It's very detailed. We've also got another little flower bed there. Got a grit bin if you need it. A lovely little grit bin. Let's have a fly up here. Yeah, you can see it's starting to get a bit more rural. It's not rural, but it's like you can tell it's the extents. This is sort of like the rich people's area where it's getting a bit more fancy housing and stuff. Sutton Coldfield's where all like the footballers live. Right, let's get the doors locked. Ah, I forgot to celebrate that Sutton Coldfield was at Sutton Coldfield. Completely forgot. Oh well. Oh well, that's what happens when you're trying to focus on driving the train and speaking at the same time. Right then, let's go. Next stop is at Blake Street in 0.9 miles time, and then we're pretty much full beans until Shenstone, which is about 2.5 miles between Blake Street and the station itself. Off we go. Lovely stuff. Who here's been on the Cross City line? Let me know. Here we go. So we're on time. We've still got another. Let's have a little look. Still got another 15 minutes to go. 15 minutes ish. We'll probably arrive a bit early into Trent Valley. And at Trent Valley, Tintin will be taking the train up to. I think he's taking a Royal Mail. Is it a 325 up to Stafford? So that'll be a fun one to watch. Right then, here's Blake Street. Here we go, got another 323 there. Lovely stuff. Let's put some brakes in. Cool. Or maybe some more brakes. We're coming in here a bit hot, aren't we? Are we going to stop in time there? Oh, it might be a close one. Is this going to be the first overshoot of the video? Probably. Oh no, we've saved that. Do you know what? I think we've saved that. That is absolutely not a problem. No, that's fine. That's fine. That's perfect. That's perfect, if anything. See, I knew what I was doing. I did that on purpose just to test you. You lot are all on the edge of your seats, right? Thinking, oh, he's going to overshoot, he's going to overshoot. No, perfect. What's it called? Clinical. I don't know what you call it. We've got a nice little underpass down here. Oh, we can't go underneath there, I don't think, in the free camera. You can run underneath there, though. We've still got another 30 seconds before we can go. Quite a cool little funky design through there. Look at that. I've not noticed that before. I've not actually been to Blake Street or Butler's Lane. Like I say, the furthest north I went on the 323s was Four Oaks. So I've not actually been to these stations, but they look pretty spot on from what I've seen on pictures and stuff. We can get ready to go as well any second too. All the orange lampposts and all that sort of good stuff as well. It's all nicely fully rounded. We've got, I think that's a collectible too. That's a route map, I think. Right then, let's go. Next stop is Shenstone, and we can get up to 60 mile an hour in a second and proper stretch the legs of the 323. Off we go. How quickly can we get there? We've got 3.5 minutes to get there. Come on. Come on, 323. Obviously, along the southern portion of the line, you can get up to like 90 after Longbridge. Obviously, if you're going down the Licky incline, pay attention to what you're doing. But we can get going. We're also downhill, lovely stuff. We also cross the M6 toll, I think, at some point, which is a motorway I was always scared to go on. The M6 toll, I accidentally drove onto once. When I first started driving, I was going up the M42. And for some reason, the M42 does this weird thing where it goes off itself. So the M42 has like a slip road that then carries on north. But then if you carry on the M42 and don't come off that junction, you're on the M6 toll just seamlessly. And I made that mistake when I first started driving on the motorways. And then I panicked. I was like, oh my god, it's going to cost me absolutely loads to get off this motorway. So I went to go off so I could get back on the M42. So I went to go off, had to pay a tenner to get off, ran around about, paid a tenner to get back on, to just go literally like 1 mile. That was a very expensive trip that day. But where is it? Where is the M6 toll? See, this is what I mean. We're now in the middle of nowhere. We're absolutely in the middle of nowhere. So you go along, and 1 minute you're in Birmingham, next minute you're in the suburbs, in all the posh areas, and then you're in the middle of nowhere. Fields galore. We're a mile away from Shenstone as well. I think the M6 toll's actually north of Shenstone, so we won't see it yet. But yeah, that was a fun day. But I recently went on it again. I tried it again, and it was a good bit of fun. It's nice because when I go down to the Midlands, like I normally go down the A5, and the A5's fun because it's like roundabout after roundabout. If you've ever driven on the A5, you'll know exactly what I mean. But yeah, the M6 toll's nice. It cuts all that out. Here's Shenstone in 0.7 miles time. So I don't know why we're slowing down so eagerly here. You can start seeing that it's getting a bit more built up. It's not massive as Shenstone. I think there's only like 10,000, 15,000 people, something stupid like that. It's a little town, little village sort of esque place. Here it is. I can see the building just there. Has anyone ever been to Shenstone? Is there anything nice there? Any nice cafes or anything like that? Here we go. It's just round the corner here. Just round the corner. Slow down. Let's put some brakes in. There it is. I can see it. Cool. There's Shenstone. Let's slow right down for this station. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Shenstone Station. If you're getting off here, sure, why not? There's nothing here though. There's another little bull ring thing there. Yeah, I don't know if I mentioned, but the reason that we've got like little bull flower beds is that obviously bulls are quite iconic with Birmingham. I'm not too sure why. I don't know. I don't really understand the significance, but obviously you've got the bull ring itself, the shopping centre, and then if you go outside the bull ring, you've got a big like metal bull outside the main entrance, and then if you go into the station, you've got a mechanical one that's always moving about. It's quite freaky actually, but I don't understand the significance. Let me know if you know. Very nice up here. Shenstone, I've heard, is actually quite nice. It's quite a nice little station building too. Is that another cat? Oh, what's it doing behind the rails? Oh no! Oh, what's your name? I can't see it. I can't quite make out your name. Salem. Oh, Salem. Oh, what a wonderful little cat. Oh, I love cats. I really do. If you watch me West Coast Mainline section, you'll know that my cat was interrupting that little section. Here we go. 3 miles to Lichfield City. So this is where we get a nice bit of air. We can stretch the legs. Let's go. Off we go. I can imagine Shenstone's quite nice for train spotting actually, because obviously a lot of the stations, very similar to Duddieston, it only sees a couple of trains per hour, so a lot of them will probably be fast. Talking of which, there you go, look at that for timing. Just as I was saying it, like I said, you could probably train spot here because a lot of them just zoom through the station. Anyway, 2.8 out of Lichfield City. Let's have a little look at the countryside. Got a nice river here. Not too sure what river that would be, but that's still cool nonetheless. And I think the motorway is not too far away. It is proper. We are in the middle of nowhere now. Cool. Here we go. Up to 60. We can take the throttle off there. But yeah, let me know how are you enjoying this journey so far. I'm coming towards the end of my couple of legs, and it's been quite fun. It's been really fun to get involved. It's really cool to be able to like represent the whole UK in like, it's not a single journey, don't get me wrong, it's obviously pieces of a single journey, but you know, the fact that Train Sim World and Train Sim Classic offers the opportunity to do that, it's very cool. I think, no, this doesn't look like a motorway. This is a dual carriageway. It's not yet. At some point soon, I think. Definitely the M6 toll. But yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, it's really fun to get involved in this, and like I say, the fact that you can do a whole UK journey from the south up to the north in Scotland is really cool. And you can do it in other countries as well. You can do it in like America, you can do it across Europe, and it'd be really cool at some point to do that if there was an opportunity to do it, because just to showcase what you can do in this game. It's pretty incredible. I think we're coming up to a motorway somewhere. It's going to call me a liar now, isn't it? It's definitely somewhere. We might have already passed it. I don't know. I don't know. It is Lichfield City in about a mile's time. Cool. Yeah, so Lichfield City obviously is smack bang in the middle of the town centre, city centre, whatever you want to call it. And then Trent Valley is sort of there just like to connect the West Coast main line up. It's an interesting station, is Trent Valley, actually. Obviously, we don't see them in this version, but it'd be cool to see the like 390s and stuff flying through there, and the 350s too. You can start seeing it's getting a bit more built up as we approach into Lichfield as well. So I'm not too sure where that motorway's gone. We've gone past it somewhere. It might have been that dual carriageway. Got another, looks like a little new build site there. Look at that. They're building something new there. It looks like maybe some industrial works or something. Who knows? Right, we need to get down to 45 mile an hour here. We are not too far away. I'm also going to turn off the AWS because it starts getting a bit mad round here. If you know what I mean, when you go around this corner, there's been a time when it can sort of like not go off and it will cause you to stop. So I like to turn it off as we approach into Lichfield. Here we go, we can get down to 20 as well. There we go. Cool. Cool. Slowly does it into Lichfield City. Yeah, you can see. So like I say, a minute ago we were in the middle of nowhere, and now we're just in the middle of a city or a suburb or something. I'm not too sure what that other line was there. I don't actually know where that goes. I think that's a freight only line. I could be wrong though. Well, it must be, because there's nothing else leaving Lichfield City. So I think that's freight only. I think that's disused. Here's Lichfield City. I think that's the cathedral in the background there too as well. Cool. Let's slowly get into Lichfield City Station. A couple of the services actually start here. Some of the really early morning services. We might also pass another 323 as we approach into Trent Valley. Here we go. Lichfield City. Oh, I'm applying power. No. Stop. That's what you want to do. That's what you want to do. Cool. Lichfield City. And then hopefully we'll see another 323 coming back the other way. Otherwise we're going to get stuck. I think there's approach control up there. There you go. I think that's the cathedral. Or church of some kind. Or an abbey. Or something like that. We can lock the doors as well. Yeah. I've not been to Lichfield. Never been to Lichfield. Has anyone ever been there? Does anyone live in Lichfield? Let me know. Right. Let's go. Next and final calling point is Lichfield Trent Valley in 1.2 miles time. Let's go. Let's go. We'll go slowly because we have got a red in the second. You can also do a couple of the RHTT movements around here. If you've got the RHTT pack, it starts in some of the services start in that siding just over there, which is quite cool. Obviously, we're in the middle of the day, so all the RHTTs have gone. They're normally around... Well, obviously, I'm running it in spring as well. You wouldn't really see RHTTs in spring, would you? But if you run it in winter, you will see them dotted about, which is quite cool. Right, gently does it. I think... Is it a move up and wait? Yeah. So that's... we need to actually wait for something coming the other way. Which is fine. That's okay. That's fine. Is there anything coming the other way? Some bells. Nice. Cool. My nan actually lives, the one that lives in Birmingham, lives near a church, and when I used to go there all the time, you'd hear the church bells going off, and it was kind of growing up, because I used to like go there all the time, it was kind of like a recognisable sort of sound, if you know what I mean. We don't have many churches around where I live. Right, this red needs to clear. This red needs to clear. Come on. What are we waiting for? I'm guessing we're waiting for something to come out of Lichfield Trent Valley. Got a whistle board there. Right, so let's slow down here. I'm not too sure why we're at a red. Ah, no, we can go. So, there's not another 323 coming. I was panicking thinking there might have been a 323, like, waiting in the station. because obviously it's only on the upper platform, it's only one platform, whereas the lower platforms have got one either side, and then obviously you've got the fast lines going through. But yeah, here's Lichfield Trent Valley in a second's time, in the northern part of Lichfield. Pretty much like the West Coast main line is, it cuts off the north. It's like, it's where the extent of Lichfield is, because anything north of that, again, it's all fields again, and then it's nothing until like Burton on Trent. Right, and here's Lichfield Trent Valley, so let's get slowed down here, and I'll show you as well as we approach. You'll see the lower platforms, which would be really cool to see some Pendolinos on. Right then, let's slow down here. This is Lichfield Trent Valley. Quick announcement for the passengers. This is Lichfield Trent Valley, our final calling point. Make sure to get off here if you want to go to Stafford. Let's stop there. Cool. Yeah, like I say, pretty much north of here, all fields. There's not really much going on. Let's unlock the doors. And that is jobs are good. And that was my little run from Birmingham New Street up to Lichfield Trent Valley on the 323, my final leg on this great journey. Like I say, if you've not watched the journey so far, I highly recommend it. This is the lower platforms at Lichfield Trent Valley. Obviously, you've got the stuff going on here, which is quite cool. But yeah, I highly recommend that you go and watch the rest of the journey and watch it all the way through. It's going to be a good bit of fun. So I'm going to leave this 323 here, and I'm going to pass over to Tintin on the West Coast Main Line Trent Valley on Train Sim Classic. So thank you all for watching, and I'll hopefully see you all later. Catch you later, everyone.